Welcome back, everybody, to a fine day in the NPC world. We are here at the Whiskey Hotel Team Ruck match, and as you can see, I have a map of the event pulled up. I figured it would be easiest to go over this now, so you guys kind of have an idea of where everything's taking place. So, right here is where you pulled in and parked. This is also where you had one of your rucks. We'll get to that. We had people parked here and over here. The comp division had to park here, and you did not have access to your car throughout the competition. The skill builder division parked here, and you did have access to your car if you needed to, but we took all of our kit and kept it in our pack. And even though we were in the skill builder division, we treated it very much like the comp division. We only associated with the hab here for the missions and ruck marches that we would go out on. So we started here, we parked, we consolidated our gear, and us and 11 other teams, 12 teams in total, hiked out over to the main range here. So we came out and hiked down the road to here, which is where we competed our first, completed our first stage, which was Mad Dash. And by the title, as you can tell, it had some running involved.
Why the fuck am I here? I hate this shit.
So getting right into the stage, as you can see, we are all lined up in single file, our two-man teams. We had a corresponding number on the ground that matched up with the cones that you are about to see.
Yes, sir.
At the RO's command, we are to sprint to our cone, take off of our packs, and begin engaging two targets that are at about 200 yards. They didn't let us know the distance. We had to estimate that ourselves. So we estimated about 200 yards, and we were about right. Our holds were pretty on. And you had to engage 5 rounds to the top target, reload, and then shoot another 5. After you were done, if you had time left over, you only had 50 seconds to complete all of this. But if you had any time left over, you were to just hang out and wait for the RO. He would give you the go-ahead, make sure your weapons were clear, and then you would begin the next part of the shooting stage. Now, our group, we had some issues, I guess, further down the line. I don't know what was going on exactly, but it took us a while to get the all clear to begin the next shooting stage. It was intended to only give us a minute in between the ceasefire and the beginning of the next stage, but you'll see here that we kind of take some time down there. I don't know exactly what was going on. Our RO down at our end, even though he didn't use his big boy voice to cause ceasefire, he did indeed check our guns and make sure they were clear, rendered them clear fairly quickly. But here we're going to begin the next part of the shooting stage. We're to hang out prone. The RO said go, and we are to sprint 50 yards up to this railroad tie with about a 3 to 4 inch gap, and then a 2x4. Just big enough to kind of get your AR under there and get a decent sight picture when tilted at about like a 45-degree angle. This was to kind of utilize the cover that was given to you, and also really test your holdovers, because you're out about 150 here, but you're now at an angle, so you have to adjust, hanging high left here for me, because I'm canted to the right. But either way, this was a fun way to kind of test range in a different aspect. Now we had to do 5 on the top target, reload, and then 5 on the bottom. Aaron here actually didn't get his second 5 rounds off in time, which kind of sucked for us. It affected our score at the end of it, but what can you do? You know, this was a learning experience for both of us. Neither of us have ever competed in anything like this, so we didn't really know what to expect. Now, I was kind of keeping track of the time in my head, but Aaron must have lost track. We were to step over the railing, though, take a knee, and then on the RO's command, sprint another 50 yards to the next set of cones, and engage the bottom target with 10 rounds. Now, this one you did not have to complete a reload. Your final mag had all 10 rounds in it, and you were to just get all 10 off within the 50-second time frame. I I felt fairly confident at the end here. But like I said, when we went down and collected our target, not having those 5 rounds on there really kind of hurt us. We ended up placing pretty average when it came to score. Real quick side note, you could see there that I was using a DD mag and I accidentally loaded 12. I had the mag fully loaded before the match. They told us we only needed 10. My dumbass had 12 in there because those mags hold 32. So I had to rack one out at the end. But good thing I was keeping count. But anyway, no, I was actually trying to game the system and get a couple more points since Aaron didn't shoot 5 rounds.
Nice.
We were pretty happy with our score, even being down those 5 rounds. We shot pretty average. I think our final score was a 15-5 or 15-2-5. It was pretty average score. I was happy with it. Felt good, and it was a great way to start out the day. Some of these stages got pretty elaborate and had a lot going on. This one was pretty simple and straightforward, so it was pretty nice to get this one out of the way at the beginning, get the blood flowing, and get everything kind of warmed up and loosened up. We'll continue to look at these stages. I didn't film any of the rucks because I figured you guys didn't want to see Aaron and I walking.
You suck!
I have one of them slightly on video. It was about a minute long take of us just bullshitting. They were kind of boring. They're just a rock out to a destination. You saw a flag, wrote down what was on the flag, and then hiked back. It was a lot of fun to add that physical aspect to it, but it was just kind of like a hike. That being said, guys, I'll be posting the second shooting stage coming up here. That one was called Overwatch. It was very frustrating for many reasons. We'll get into that in the next video, though. You'll have to tune in to check it out. That being said, I'm not gay. Aaron's not gay. I can't speak for Ian, though. That guy's questionable. He's always been questionable. Pretty fucking gay, if I'm gonna be honest, guys. Pretty fucking gay. Pretty gay.